Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, bro. Yeah, welcome to the College Football Week 9 Prediction Show, brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. At least you're listening to the college show today because I'm actually good at college and I've been horrific at the NFL. I lost again last night on a 13-point teaser. I just cannot, for the life of me, get it together in the NFL this year.
Well, this is the
college,
point.
no problem.
This is the point in the season typically where we start to understand who the teams are. You know what I mean?
College-wise or NFL?
NFL.
Yeah.
So usually NFL teams are solidified by now and they're playing like they're going to play. But I feel like this year, and it's not been heavy injury driven necessarily.
Last night was. I think that was a massive letdown with Mike Evans.
Yeah, last night Mike Evans, he's out for the year, I would imagine, right?
He's
got a concussion plus a broken collarbone.
Clavicle, yes. So he is out for the season. They've already announced that.
Yeah, so
Agbuka looked great though.
Yeah, I mean, and then Godwin will come back at some point, but that sucks for Mike because he's the record holder and he's not going to be able to extend it. So, but it is where it is, so that's fine. It just sucks for their season, but it hasn't entirely been. It hasn't entirely been injury driven. Like the Eagles haven't had significant injuries.
No,
they're just like on the offensive line. They're not doing as good a job as they have before. So that run first game is not working for them. And the last couple of weeks they've been trying new shit and figuring it out. But I'm thinking about the more dominant teams at the top of the NFL. There have been some surprises. Indianapolis is a bit of a surprise, although we all thought that could work.
It, yeah.
We all thought that it could. There was a high probability that would work, and turns out it did. The Jags, though, have been a surprise. They're inconsistent still, but they've been playing at a pretty high level. The Steelers, no surprise. With Mike Tomlin,
every year the dude is consistent.
You put Rodgers with him. All that works out.
9-8, 10-7 every year. That guy.
I guess the Bengals and the Chargers are the two most hit by injuries that I thought were going to be better.
Yep.
49ers as well, I guess, but they're still doing fine. And now the Bucs are getting hit by
the way, with Derek Wolfe last night, who will be on the NFL show tomorrow. He was at the game.
Yeah.
And I go, did you stay for the whole thing? Don't lie to me. Mm-hmm. And he goes, we did, because we were just trash in the suite. Yeah. So he's just like, dude.
They're getting free shit. Also, the Redskins, injury-wise, fucked all year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely derailed their season, and I don't know if they'll be able to come back from it.
Which it happens. Yeah. And, this will segue into college because college right now, I was listening to Nick Saban this morning talking about all these firings of the coaches. Now, obviously, yesterday's show was about Billy Napier getting fired from Florida, but there has been 7 other coaches that have been fired in the middle of the season right now for college. So you got Franklin, obviously. You got Sam Pittman at Arkansas, Mike Gundy, Deshaun Foster at UCLA, Brent Pry at Virginia Tech. These are big-name programs here. Stanford fucking fired their coach right before the season. Wisconsin says it does have a vote of confidence for Luke Fickell, and it's surprising because they're 15-18 with him at the helm. People are pissed off about Hugh Freeze, Mark Stoops, Maryland's coach, Mike Loxley, which I don't know what you want in Maryland, for Christ's sakes. And then Dabo and obviously Brian Kelly. The fan bases are bitching here. Now, Saban's exact quote was, in this pay-for-play era with the NIL and everything else, the reason why you're seeing all these firings and nobody's getting a chance, which is exactly what happens in the NFL, let's face it, every fucking year, is that these are NFL players and these are NFL teams. And he goes, the people that are the boosters that are now in these conversations with the athletic departments and everybody else have more of a say than ever before. He says it fucking sucks. Obviously, that's why he's out of there, and I think he made the right call because he really did walk off pretty much as perfect as you could. Took that team to the playoffs, which I didn't think was very good with Jalen Milroe, and was still only, 1 series, 2 series away from making the national championship. Yep. You still walked off as Nick Saban, and now in the afterlife, his career on ESPN has been fucking hilarious, in my opinion. I love him on that goddamn show. I hate Big Noon with Fox, but we'll get to that in a second. First of all, I agree with him, and second of all, he's right. There's a lot of conversations that Dan and I are on, me in particular, with these fucking colleges that, like, I hang up. I wish my wife knew sports better, but she doesn't. I hang up and I'm like, there's no way I should have been involved in that fucking phone call today. Like, there's no way I should have heard that. I do not. Yes, Hard AF Seltzer donates money and shit for, 10% of proceeds go to NIL, and it's on auto pay. So it's like, hey, dude, I got a contract and all that other shit. But I should not be on those calls. And even Penn State reaching out of like, hey, are you okay with everything that's going on? It's like, yeah, man, you guys are running a fucking $1 billion goddamn athletic department. I don't have a fucking say in it. Like, I don't know what I would have done with James Franklin, to be honest with you, because everybody else out there, and this will go back to the first game on Friday night, the second game on Friday night, that I didn't even bother watching because I didn't think there was a shot that Minnesota was going to beat Nebraska. Matt Rule. That was every single fucking talk show last week was like, Matt Rule's going to take over for Penn State. Met his wife there. He's an alumni. This means the world to him. I don't think that's a better move than James Franklin.
Maybe not. Sometimes people just want something new. We've seen that in every sport, both pro and college. Sometimes just to change the scenery is good for the coach and for the team. Maybe that's what they're thinking, but maybe the noise just got too loud with Franklin. I mean, I think it sends a message that Penn State, since the early 90s, has been content to be a top 10 team.
Yeah.
But they have not gone out of their way in the way that some of these other teams have to pursue championships specifically, right?
Until this year, I thought.
Yeah.
And their NIL proved it the last 2 years.
Yeah, the NIL part, yes. But the coaching part, not so much. So Penn State had the same opportunity to get people like Urban Meyer and even Nick Saban when he left LSU as anybody else. And they didn't even make a move for those guys. They stuck with the same style of managerial coach, which is like, let's play defense and hope for the best. And shit doesn't work. It didn't work back then. I mean, Nick Saban, to his credit, we've talked about this many times, pivoted his style so he could continue winning. Not an easy thing to do.
He's the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
The greatest football coach, yeah, I agree. I don't even think Belichick's better than him.
Me neither.
Yeah, I think he's the best because he was able to pivot his style and continue to win. He won in the toughest conference in 2 different styles of football, and then again with a completely new landscape of football
in 3 different decades.
And 3 different
different decades. What?
So it's like
2 different teams. LSU and Alabama, and that Bama dynasty was nuts, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Bama dynasty alone spanned 3 decades, just barely.
Oh yeah,
because the first one was 09, the last one was 20.
And now, granted, a lot of luck happens along the way with.
You're not going to win without it,
man. I mean, you look back on it and you're like, Colt McCoy breaking his fucking elbow, whatever that was.
I mean, you can go with Colt McCoy, but then you can turn around and say, the kick
tattoo,
six,
the kick six, the tattoo gate thing, where they took Ohio State's spot to go to the national championship again to play LSU again. and LSU had already beat them at home. Like
it takes luck. It takes
yes,
luck to
it
win
always
any
takes luck.
championship.
I agree.
Especially
agree.
of all sports, especially football.
Yes.
Because of the injuries, because there's 53 dudes on the roster, and good luck keeping 53 dudes healthy.
And there's 3 phases to football, and if one of them does not work, let's say you have a shitty kicker, sorry, you're going to lose the fucking game. Man.
Or even just a shitty
Auburn
special teams in general.
Auburn's kicker on fucking Saturday.
I mean,
like
college football in particular, even more than in the NFL, is a game of isolated small sample sizes.
Yeah.
Like every week is just an isolation of small sample sizes, and you just have to hope you can plan against it as much as you can, but you need things to break your way in a way that almost no other sport requires.
I mean, everything is complementary. We saw the other day. Shohei Ohtani on the Dodgers basically won an entire game by himself. That is not possible to do in a football field, right?
No,
because even if you're
defense.
if you're that style of player on offense, if you're a Lamar Jackson or a fucking Pavia this year has been out of control, winning games by himself, right? Obviously not, but winning games single-handedly, offensively. You still need, not only do you need the defense to play well, or at least play manageably well, you need, as the defense, all 3 levels of your defense to play well.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're all complementary to one another. If your secondary sucks and they're letting people get open, it doesn't matter how good your pass rush is. Homeboy can just fling the ball up in the air. Vice versa, also true. If they have all day to throw, good luck being a cornerback. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. It's not like that in all the other sports. You can have great individual success, even in basketball. Klay Thompson scored 37 points in a quarter one time in basketball. Not that that's the standard or anything like that, but that shit happens. You're not going to see that in football. So the fact that he was so goddamn dominant for 3 decades, not for 30 years, but in 3 decades rather, and with different teams in the most competitive conference is, I don't think anybody's even close to him. And not just that, but he didn't just pivot himself. He had to find and hire a new style of coaching staff as well to do the type of game that he knew was required to win. And it produced Dabo and fucking Kirby and all these other guys. You know what I mean? Nobody's even close to him.
And let's take Ryan Day, for example. At Ohio State, after losing 3 to Michigan, we all thought he was going to get fired. And the only thing we said was, well, you made the playoffs. If you don't win the national championship, you're probably fired. Not only does he win it, but then he loses the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, 17 starters to the NFL, and comes back with a better team this year. And you're like, thank God that guy didn't leave. So I look at some of these guys, and you're like, all right, Jim Harbaugh. Whatever you think of that title, but it took him, 7, 8 years here. These guys aren't getting that. They're getting the NFL treatment now, and there is some great, unbelievable college jobs open. Bob, let's say Drink died in a plane crash tomorrow. Who is one coach out of anyone you could pick, one, to be like, this is my dream guy, and I'll not only ride with him, but I'll ride with him for the next 5 to 7 years and give him a shot to figure it out. That's what I'm having trouble with.
Like realistic?
Realistic. No. But your dream pick. Because I'm looking at like a Penn State or a Florida or somebody like this and saying, let's say Norvell goes out of Florida State afterwards. Is there a guy out there that you truly believe in who could turn a program around overnight, like an Urban Meyer or somebody like that? Because I think Urban seems pretty fucking content to live out his life. He's in his 60s right now.
Yeah, but when Urban turned around Florida, Urban wasn't much of anything. He had a nice year at Utah, right?
Utah was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, they won a BCS game. That's fine. They had Alex Smith. That's great. He was the number 1 overall pick, but it was a G5 team. He was a G5 coach at the time. And
so who's the guy out there then that you would be amped about that says, all right, this is a young guy who could change the future of our team, and I'll give him 5 to 7 years, not 3.
At a school like Missouri?
Or up like a Penn State or any of these jobs, who is it? I don't know the answer for any of these schools.
If it was Missouri, I would look into Matt Patricia, to be honest, because he's coached in the NFL before. It didn't go well, but he was with the Lions when they were fucking dog shit. But he's been with elite championship teams both in college and now in the NFL.
What he's doing at Ohio
State
State is fucking insane.
Yeah, so he's got 3 titles with the Patriots, obviously, right?
3 championships
on the defensive side, and a championship as a DC at Ohio State.
Well, it could be. We'll find out.
No, he won last year.
No. He wasn't there. It was Jim Knowles.
Oh, that's
who
right,
went
Knowles.
to, Penn State.
Yeah. Patricia is the Ohio State defense is somehow better this year than it was last year.
They're on pace to break the record.
Yeah, I like. He's. I know. A coordinator level position at a place like Ohio State, it qualifies you for a head coaching job. Now it's whether or not the talent you have translates over there. To be honest, maybe Missouri fans feel this way as well. I wouldn't want him at Penn State, not because he's not talented, but because that defense first mindset scares me because of the way things have gone the last 15 years, right? But that might not be how he is when he gets over there, right? Like if the AD says, "Hey, I like your defensive mind. Let's fucking build a great defense, but you got to go find me the best OC you can find and put him in charge of this shit." You know what I mean?
So I was thinking, because a lot of people have asked me about Hartline, and you were actually with me when we met him and talked to him and all that other stuff. He's a fucking aggressive dude, and he's great. However, it's his first year being an OC. That leap to a head coach at a massive university, in my opinion, sets you up for failure. I think you need at least 2 or 3 years under your belt. So I wouldn't even recommend him, to be honest with you.
No, but I do like Matt Patricia.
I do too.
And I
am a big fan of Matt Patricia.
To be honest, I don't know how long. I don't know if Chip Kelly's interested in being the head guy again.
He's not. He has no desire, and that was by the way, behind the scenes, that was the deal. Hey, you go to Ohio State, you win a championship, and we'll get you back in the NFL.
I don't know that he's going to stay with the Raiders for very long, because we'll see. He'll have one more year there for sure, because it's
Geno Smith, though.
I don't. The Geno Smith thing is the problem, but Pete Carroll is a really good offensive coach as well.
Yep.
And just a good coach in general. And there's a couple of, right now there's chirping about Max Crosby getting dealt
to Dallas Cowboys.
To anybody. Well, Dallas is inquiring, but if you're the Raiders, you got to be thinking about it. You got to be thinking about trading
for picks.
Max Crosby for a first-round draft pick for a quarterback, but there is not a quarterback this year.
No. Next year. There'll be a bunch, but not this year.
Yeah, so I don't know what their plan is, but I don't see Chip Kelly being there too much longer. He doesn't want to coach again. I don't know, Bob. Is there anybody out there? What do you think of Matt Patricia?
Because there's so many open jobs. Who is it?
Because Missouri defense-wise can pretty consistently good.
And here's the other thing, Bob.
So I don't know if that would improve your position.
The reason why I don't like any teams from the SEC this year, and for the last 3 years, to be honest with you, is defense. There has not been a good defense in the SEC. And when the SEC last dominated, it was those years of, the Georgia defenses, the Alabama defenses. Yes, they had some good offensive weapons, but in my opinion, when I think back on those teams, I think about the defenses, and the ones that are winning recently, even the Michigans and the Ohio States, had the best defenses that year. So you wouldn't want a Patricia or somebody like that?
I wouldn't want Patricia in particular because this is his first year ever in college. So to go from coordinating 1 year to head coaching the next year, that's not enough experience for me in terms of...
Even though he did coach the NFL and head coach?
Coaching the Detroit Lions from 18 to 20 is basically a college-level team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's just stuff with recruiting. I don't know how he is as a manager or anything like that. I'd feel more comfortable getting a really accomplished G5 coach, which is what we've done with two of our two most recent successful coaches in Gary Pinkel and Drink. So for me, it would be like a G.J. Kinney from Texas State or Golish from South Florida would probably be my, off the top of my head, youngish guys who are managing these programs pretty well, who were, by the way, as low as you could be only a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to be there to see them in person, and I'm excited to see this guy.
Also, the guy who took over JMU, I forget his name, but he's kept that ball rolling completely from Signetti.
That's true.
JMU's still great, so that's one I'd look into. Because Drink, by the way, you know where he came from? He replaced the dude who was dope at App State. Won a conference championship in 1 year at App State, and then we hired him at Missouri. So that, to me, is who I would want. I wouldn't want someone as inexperienced at the college level as Patricia. Give him a few more years to marinate.
What about Kleiman from Kansas State?
The coach? Oh, they want to fire him.
I know they do.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you want a coordinator, who I think would be great, although I think he's going to be the K-State coach very soon because he was a Heisman finalist at K-State. Colin Klein at Texas A&M, their offensive coordinator, one of the best offensive coordinators in the country.
Is he young?
Yes, he's very young. He is not long for the coordinator position. Like someone's going to hire him for as a coach.
And by the way,
what about-
I think Hartline will be gone in a couple of years from Ohio State too.
More than likely, yeah. What about Leipold from Kansas? Okay. With a bad team, to be honest.
he has some. The KU fans are getting a little sick of him at this point.
Yeah, of course they are, because
And they got money.
They expect to
spend.
win for some reason.
I know.
Well,
it's
because
insane.
is delusional.
They got $400 million
It's
to spend on a football team.
A&M's had that much forever. It takes time, man.
It does.
It still takes time. Dillingham at Arizona State, I don't think he lasted Arizona State more than like into his year 4.
Well, he's an
only
alum.
38.
He's alum though.
He's an alum.
I know.
He does love it.
But yeah,
he-
Dillingham would be excellent. I think Jed Fish at Washington's a good coach, although I think that is a lateral move just because they're in the Big Ten and the SEC. They're both like second tier, even though Washington's had a little more success recently, second tier in the conference at best.
I mean, Batoon is already a good defensive guy. A guy like Dillingham and the way he plays offense would be the perfect situation for you. And he's, 38 years old?
Yeah.
He's not going to leave
No.
before he's like in his early 40s.
Yeah, I mean,
the
that's
same
what-
way that Dabo and Kirby stayed with fucking Alabama.
Are you
for a
worried,
while.
Bob, at all that with all of these big name programs, Drink has got to be on the top of probably 4 out of these 8 openings.
I'm
right now.
worried about Florida. I don't think that Drink wants to leave the Southeast. He's a very Southeastern. He was born in Arkansas. He won't take the Arkansas job unless they throw $15 million at him, because he already turned down the Arkansas job when he came to Missouri.
I agree. I don't think he takes Arkansas.
But
I think
Florida scares me.
I think Lane Kiffin ends up taking that Florida job.
Yeah, and Auburn's another one that scares me because they're gonna fire Hugh Freeze, I think, and Drink was on the staff that won the Natty at Auburn. I don't think Auburn would be a good move just because their boosters are crazy and there's an incredibly short leash there, and you're not even the best school in the state. So I don't know why he would do that, although I do think obviously Auburn's a better program historically. Florida scares me. I don't think he would go
What
out.
about Florida State or Penn State or
Florida State would scare me too. Penn State doesn't. I just because I don't think he'd leave the Southeast. Penn State's obviously a better program than Missouri. I just think Drink in particular, his personality, the players he likes to recruit, he probably stays in that southeastern area, whether it's the ACC or SEC.
If I'm a college guy trying to make a dent and make a name for myself, I really look at that Penn State gig, and here's why. The Big Ten, we've talked about this ad nauseum, is very, very top heavy. You can take a team to the playoffs almost every year out of Penn State versus the SEC. Where the SEC is a goddamn car crash every fucking Saturday. So,
but I think
do you want all that competition every fucking week?
Yeah, but DeBoer is an SEC transplant from the old Pac-12, and hear me out here. I think Alabama's got a shot to win one in the next year or two. Maybe this year if Ohio State gets hurt or something.
Maybe, yes.
But I also think that Drinkowitz is going to be the Alabama coach at some point, honestly.
Really?
Or Alabama or LSU,
Just
I think
depends.
he's going to one of those teams.
I mean,
that's right,
LSU's one that could open up too. Again, Southeastern jobs scare me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only
But
one.
he's not going to Penn State, I don't think. I don't
I don't think
know
so either.
I don't know who's out there right now.
I think he stays in the South.
To be honest, Urban Meyer's the best candidate available
Of anybody.
But
I don't know that he wants to go back though. Like
I don't think he wants to have Urban Meyer, whatever house in
Pine House?
and Pine House and fucking the short north, and then also have the head coaching job at Penn State.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Do you know who the most intriguing name I heard for Penn State was? I don't know if I said this to you, Dan. I don't know if you're here or not. Joe Brady, the OC for the Bills,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
Bills
yeah.
owner is a big Penn State alum and donor.
Yeah.
And Joe Brady was the OC for the Burrow LSU team.
Yeah, and Brady, by the way, I think would be an excellent hire there at Penn State.
What about Elko?
I don't think he's leaving.
By the way, though, Bob, I have not heard that name pitched in meetings.
Who,
so-
Mike Elko?
No, Brady.
I was thinking about this last night too. Like, this is just me. It's just my personality. But like, at some point, you kind of got to be like, oh my God, do I really want to move again? I just got here.
Yeah. Yep. I had a conversation with one of my neighbors who just retired from the NFL, and he's just like, man, I've moved like 3 or 4 different times, man. I can't do this anymore, man. Because it gets to a certain point where you got enough money. Either it's got to be your dream. I think an alumni situation is always a dream situation where it's just like, all right, cool. Like if Matthew McConaughey could actually fucking coach, he would be the head coach of Texas Longhorns, and when he would leave acting in 10 seconds. He really would. if he could fucking coach football. Because going back to your own school and making it rise to fucking prominence is that's the dream for anybody.
Or he'd be the AD if they offered him tomorrow.
Oh, and look, they're hiring GMs all over the nation that have nothing to do with athletics. So, shit, take Ohio State. Some motherfucker is just a fundraiser.
I mean,
that's all he does.
He's
a great fundraiser, but
Terry Smith is the interim right now, and he's an alumni. He was a receiver for him back in the day.
No,
we'll see. I mean, and then what's his name?
And
Ty Howell is also on that team. He's a bit younger. He just graduated in 2012.
God, Joe Brady's a perfect pick, though. I really
like Joe Brady.
That.
I think Penn State should make a call to Brent Key at Georgia Tech. He took that program was in the fucking toilet.
It
when
was,
he took over.
but like I
think he's a Georgia Tech alum.
Well, not only that, but like, man,
Al Golden,
they muck up these games, and like that's what Penn State was doing for years. That fan base is sick of it.
Yeah, Al Golden is the only person in professional or college coaching that has any real experience that's in Penn State grad.
Okay,
but the thing too is you have to keep in mind, what style of play are you capable of pulling off at your school? Because one of the reasons Fickle is failing, probably the main reason Fickle is failing at Wisconsin, is he was like, we're going to sling it.
Yep.
You don't get those fucking athletes to Wisconsin.
No.
You got to play with what you can get. Now, Penn State can get a higher level of athlete than Wisconsin, certainly. But at the same time, you are, when you're in the Big Ten, I mean, you get Southern California now, but you're cut off from the Southeast to a large extent. So you've either got to pay more. I mean, there's just extra factors where there's other things I think to consider, is specifically when you're a Big Ten team that is recruiting versus an SEC or Southern ACC team.
And I was watching that game, Bob, on Saturday, and I was like, oh, man, that looks like Ballard on the other team as the wide receiver. And I was like, that's right. He was like the sixth guy that was pushed out because he just couldn't get on the fucking field, and he was a 5-star, and now he's at Wisconsin, and he still did nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right. I think if you're a Wisconsin, you find that big running back that you've been, doing every fucking 30 years, depend on the weather, depend on the crowd, and all that other shit. Penn State's a different story. I think you could light it up there, to be honest with you. But
I mean, yeah, I think, to be honest, there's a couple of even head coaches in the NFL right now, but some coordinators as well who are going to end up back in college, I think, in my opinion. I think Matt LaFleur is going back.
If you look at this money, $11.6 million for SIG, and you're in the NFL, you've got to be looking at that money going, shit, even if I fail the buyout, I'm rich for the rest of my life.
I think can I make a bold prediction?
Go ahead.
If Freeman gets picked off by Penn State to go to
And his entire staff?
Don't be shocked if Matt LaFleur ends up as the head coach of Notre Dame, because that's where he was a coach before he came to the NFL.
It would make sense. That would make a lot of sense.
Or it's either, and I can tell you right now, Urban Meyer's perfectly happy doing what he's doing right now, but if that job opens up, he's going to fucking put his name in the hat too.
Notre Dame or USC, Texas, he wanted Texas.
No, I don't think he wants Texas anymore.
They've got the money, and so that's what he cares about. Is hey man, can I financially put a team on the field? And USC and Texas can absolutely do that. Notre Dame, I don't really know their financial situation. I know that sounds weird, but
they have a massive
I've had 2 meetings with them, and it's very odd. They've got 3. Bob, do you know they have 3 other colleges that are connected to Notre Dame? St. Mary's is one of them. Where it's just
that doesn't surprise me though.
I didn't really get it, but yeah. So they've got a bunch of people to worry about. And then Shane Gillis just did a fundraiser there, where it was just like, okay, is that necessary? I mean, you're Notre Dame, but I don't really know their alum, to be honest with you. And I mean, I've never met one.
They've got plenty of alum that are very wealthy for sure, but yeah, I think
I've never met one that went there.
I think Zach Taylor is another one, the Bengals coach that might end up back in college. He was at A&M and Cincinnati. And then of course we've talked about homeboy from the Dolphins. Probably makes Mike McDaniels. Makes more sense.
He's a college dude.
Like would be a great one. He would be a Dillingham at whatever school he goes to.
Yeah, dude.
Another young dude who's fucking crazy and says dumb. I mean, I like that dude a lot.
So do I. I just think he works better at a college level. I think he's over the Tyreek Hills and the fucking bullshit
Yeah.
where he's just like, God, just give me some college kids.
I think
who
he
wanna
would be
listen."
extremely good. I think
So
at a
do
school
I.
like, Missouri doesn't have an opening right now, but should they? A school like Missouri or one of the Northeastern schools that like to play defense, like Penn State, for example, would be a good situation for him and for that team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you just need like the guy, Terry, that's in there right now that's been a defensive mind and a bit of a I guess, stoic leader for the team. You got to keep him in place where he is and put an offensive guy in there. I think you can have a lot of success. But TBD, I mean, Penn State did say that this firing was indicative of them wanting to change gears in what they were doing.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that, to me, can only mean one thing, and that's to stop playing fucking football in a way that you want to win by scoring 17 points.
And Notre Dame has a good offense. They
Yeah.
just don't have a defense. Yeah, I like CJ Carr, and I think Jeremiah Love's a fucking Heisman candidate, but I just don't think their defense can stop anybody in the playoffs. All right, we'll go to last week's games real quick, and then we'll get to next week's games. You know the rules here. Look, mostly wins across the board. Obviously, we posted that 8-game teaser that I won, which paid off at $4,000. I did look back in the annals of history, Bob. A 7-game was my highest, so I've never hit an 8 before. Holy shit, that was awesome. I've been great in college this year. I've been fucking terrible in the NFL. All right, Louisville, Miami called this one. Said that they were going to win outright. I did take the points, though. It was 13.5. So I didn't go full money line. I wish I would have, but the 13.5 was there, so we won that. I didn't believe in Miami. Oddly, like going back and listening to the other show that we did, remember I was telling people, I was like, dude, tickets are $17 to this game. How are you not amped up about this game? Like, Louisville is still 4-1, and it's like, all right, Friday night, you got nothing to fucking do there. Go to the goddamn game. Juan was there, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Navarez. Next up, did not watch this because I did not think this would remotely happen. Matt Rule. Oh, man, I'm just concentrating on my job. I don't want to think about Penn State. Cool, man. Well, guess what? You didn't concentrate on your job. You got destroyed by a not great Minnesota team, 24-6. Jesus Christ. Not even a touchdown.
I mean, it'd be one thing if it was one of those years where Minnesota was, keeping it close with people, but this ain't one of those. I mean, they are 5-2, but it's like
Ohio State was up 45-3.
Yeah,
Like
anytime
they
they've
benched
played a
everybody.
good team, it's been a fucking absolute disaster for them. I mean, they've only played Ohio State that was good. And got just absolutely fucking wrecked. They went at Cal and got beat too, which whatever.
But if you're trying to impress people from Penn State, that ain't going to do it, friend, on a Friday night game that's televised on Fox.
No, it ain't.
Sorry. Next up was Ohio State. They rolled. Told you to take that spread and move on. Ohio State, bless you, has their toughest matchup of the week. This week, it's a bye. So they've got to actually play their own defense, which is going to be really tough, and that's probably the most difficult team they'll face this year. Next up, Indiana beat Michigan State 38-13. I was unaware until watching SVP that there was a last-second field goal from Michigan State to hit the over and destroy the spread in this game, and I thought it was hilarious. He clearly fucking knew. The coach clearly fucking knew.
Sure, yeah, why not?
Otherwise, it was like a 25-yard kick. You could have just gone for a touchdown pass there. Pretty fucking easy. I love shit like that. It feels like more and more coaches are starting to pay attention to it. Lane Kiffin, after every game, talks about the spread every single week, and it's really fucking funny. Texas A&M outlasted Arkansas. I still don't really believe in A&M. Somebody's going to trip them up. You can't have this many close games and win, in my opinion. But the toughest part of their schedule is coming up here. They've got, who do they got here? LSU this weekend. Then they got Missouri right after that. Carolina, South Carolina, hit and miss. And then Texas to close it out. Really, really tough games. However, they win 1 out of the 3 of those, they're probably in, right?
Yeah.
Yes. If they get 2 losses,
They get
they're
2
in.
losses as a 2-loss A&M
Yes.
team in. Okay.
Yeah, they are. But I think one of those losses is coming this weekend. I think LSU's going to beat them.
I do too.
We'll get there in a
I do
moment,
too.
but I think they're going to win.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know.
Next up is Ole Miss versus Georgia. Look, this is why I say Lane Kiffin's going to go to Florida. You can only take Ole Miss this far in the season, and then it all falls apart. And it's because you cannot get recruits out there to Oxford. I love that stadium. I love the fucking fans. The women there are fucking insane across the board. Like, it is awesome. However, as a recruit, to even get to this fucking town, it's really goddamn hard. And I think he's over it, man. He'd rather be in Gainesville and be like,
maybe.
all right. Because I look at Lane Kiffin, and I think the same thing every year. He's taken the talent that he has as far as it can possibly go, and he's stuck just by being in the middle of the country in a state that nobody really gives a shit about.
Yeah, I think if I'm Ole Miss NIL, I'm going to him and saying, hey, we're going to start fucking spending a bunch of money flying kids and their parents in every weekend.
On a private
watch these
jet.
games, whatever
Jesus
we got to do.
Christ.
Like, just find some, even like one of those regional XG or XJ, whatever the fuck it's called, regional private jets or whatever, and getting dudes, families to come to the game and set that as a standard and change. Like, yeah, it's kind of out of the way, but you can only get this at Ole Miss. That's the position they have to take, right? And they've got the alumni and the money for it.
They do.
Sure. So that's the way you do it. It isn't just about recruiting the individual. This is what Nick Saban did so well. He recruited the fucking family into Alabama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's most recruiters are talking to the kids. You're talking to the wrong guy. You talk to mom. That's who you need to be talking to. As a matter of fact, that fucking Michael Jordan movie with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, who were they talking to?
The mom.
Not the dad.
Nope.
That it was Michael's best friend his whole life. No, they were talking to mom because she was in charge of that shit because she's the one he's going to miss. You know what I mean?
Even when I was going through the shit, my mom was like, where do you want to go? She was the only one who was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, all right. Mom is the sensible one. I 100% agree with Dan. Talk to the fucking moms, dude. They're the sensible ones. They'll be like, look, it's going to be up to him or what you bring to the table and all this other shit. And right now,
but they can, because Georgia's 2.5 hours out of the way too. And
from Atlanta, yes.
Yes, but Ole Miss with a little bit of panache can become competitive.
I just think Lane Kiffin's personality is best suited for one of these massive fucking schools. And
yeah,
I
Florida
really
State.
just see him at Florida. I really do. And he's fucking hilarious, dude. Shit, did you see him calling? They played Georgia, Bob. Did you see that? He was calling timeouts on the sideline, like Kirby, and then he was bear hugging the referees afterwards. Oh, I'm just playing, man. We're just having a good time out here. They were, and they were having a good time when they were up by 20, and then they lost by 8. It was a massive comeback by Georgia, 17 unanswered in the fourth quarter there to win this fucking game. But they were up the entire fucking game, and it looked like they were going to win. Bama, Tennessee, man, they fucking rolled. Bama rolled, dude. This team is getting scarier and scarier. The more time that Ty Simpson has with this offense and to play with these kids and the consistency of it, man, it's him and that fucking Saiyan kid for Ohio State. Those are the two most consistent quarterbacks in college football. My God, dude. It's crazy.
Also worth noting in terms of defenses in the NFL or in the SEC, this was Tennessee's lowest point total by 2 scores for the season.
Yeah, it was a strange one, man. They didn't look like they were going to win from the moment they stepped onto that field because I was watching it. Next up, Texas Tech, Arizona State called this one. Backup quarterback was out. Bet all the things on this. Bet all the things on Alabama too. We won all those. You're going to be hard pressed to find a game here. I wonder how long this kid is out. 1, 2. I think the committee should take this in as a factor. Morton's a great fucking
They
quarterback.
did with fucking Florida State.
Well, is Morton coming back?
He's
what
day-to-day.
is he was day-to-day last week, though.
Yeah, he
And,
remains day-to-day.
I mean, they're not
knee injury.
They're not going to change the rankings right now because of it. But if today was the decision day for who gets into the playoff, you got to take it into account because that's been the historical precedent now, right? And it's reasonable too. It sucked for Florida State that happened, and it doesn't happen that way in any other game. By the way, college or professional, nobody decide. Like if you're going into the College World Series. You play a tournament to decide if you get there, and if you win it, you get there regardless of who's on the field. Same thing with every single major or every single professional sport as well.
And I always go back to that Ohio State team in 2015 that was down to their third-string quarterback. They still gave him a shot, and they ended up winning the whole fucking thing. It was a miracle, but whatever, man. If you're Texas Tech, I think you leave them the benefit of the doubt and see how long it takes for this kid to come back. What is their upcoming schedule here? Oklahoma State, turds. Kansas State, turds. So he's got to get healthy by BYU.
Yeah.
He's got to get healthy by BYU. If they lose to BYU, they're probably out.
That's November 8th, so he's got 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And he's out last week, so that's a month.
Hard AF Seltzer, by the way, is doing a in the stadium thing for Texas Tech that weekend. Shout out Ryan Mills. He picked that out of nowhere. This is way before the season started. We had no idea Texas Tech or BYU was going to be good this year. So it's really funny, and it'll be in the stadium that weekend. We'll be at USF a couple days earlier. Maybe I'll pop out. We'll see. Next up is Oregon over Rutgers. Look, it's Rutgers, guys, so I'm not going to put too much stock into this. Oregon rolled. Congratulations. LSU Vanderbilt called this one. Vandy is tough. They're really fucking hard. Who do they play this week, Bob?
MIZ.
Sure do. How do you have that shaken out?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Georgia Tech rolled Duke. Easy peas, dude. Called that one. Won all the things. Now, this is the only game I lost this weekend was USC Notre Dame. Why? Took USC plus the points, and the points were 9.5. Final score, 34-24. They lost by a half a point. So that's how great I was in college this weekend. My only loss was by a half a point. Jeremiah Love looked great in this game. Look, that's Notre Dame's last tough test, so they're in the playoffs. Enjoy it, everybody. Boston College this year even sucks. They're 1-6, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
We play them this week, so they got Navy, Pitts.
Navy's okay, but they're not as good this year as usual. Syracuse at home can fuck some. Actually, at Pitt is a game that you got to pay attention to. They're not going to lose it.
They got to go at Stanford, and look, Stanford just beat FSU. Who knows?
Florida State sucks,
know,
but it's at Pitt is a dangerous game if they don't pay attention. But they should win by 2 scores.
I think
they shouldn't. They should win every single one of these games for the rest of the year by 2 scores.
I think Notre Dame is in the playoffs, and you guys can have fun bitching about it. And I'll just quickly remind you, they haven't won in 40 years, so just wait till the playoffs start, and then it's rinse and repeat with that fucking program. Oklahoma, South Carolina. Shocked by this one. Didn't really touch it, but that was a big boy bet there. 26-7. Man,
they used Mateer sparingly, but he was very efficient.
He was. I'm just shocked by the downfall of South Carolina. I really had. They were a sleeper for the SEC championship, and a lot of people's shows, dude. And man, that fucking fall has been hard. I don't know what has happened over there. BYU ended up beating Utah. Close game. We figured it would. Also stayed away from this because it's the what's it called? The Mormon fucking
Holy War.
Holy War.
Yeah.
Didn't touch it.
LJ Martin is a very good running back.
Didn't touch it.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah. Auburn. Oh, I lost this one too. I had Auburn plus 1.5. I won in the teaser, which was 8.5, which won the $4,000, so that was fine. Auburn's kicker, man, that guy's gonna. Well, he needs that suicide hotline number.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough week.
It's not his fault. They put a sick child out there to kick field goals.
Yeah. What was wrong with him again?
It was like something with Crohn's and something else, and he had like his large intestine removed. I mean, he lost a ton of weight.
Oh, God. That's awful.
Tried to gut it out back out there.
All right.
Pun.
I mean, just get somebody else. Wasn't that far of a kick. Virginia squeaked it out against Washington State. Sure, I don't believe in Virginia. I don't really care. South Florida, though, I care. Let's go. 6-1. Beating the shit out of FAU. Had that. Texas, Kentucky had this as well. This was awesome, man. This spread was fucking 14.5, for Christ's sakes. And, man, there is zero offense in Texas. They still got a good defense, but there is zero offense up there. Who do they play this week? I don't know if they get through this one. Next up was Memphis, UAB. Kind of shocked by this one. UAB fired their coach, and then they came in here and just dismantled Memphis. So now it's good news for South Florida.
Yeah, it makes me feel better about South Florida.
Yeah.
That Memphis was a bit of a paper tiger.
And then Cincinnati sneaking into the top 25 here, beating Oklahoma State. Man, they're 1-6, 0-4 in the Big 12. Oof. Brutal, man. That's fucking insane to me.
They've been really bad for some time now.
No.
Like,
Fire their
how
coach
long
every
has it been, Bob? It's been a couple of years
It's been like 3 or 4 years since they've been good. Yeah.
All right, we're brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Now, I needed the rakebacks in the NFL. I don't need them in college. But shit, there is a ton of shit to bet on here. I mean, at the top, let me ask you this, because you and I picked Dodgers winning the World Series here. You still got them winning now that they're playing Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Bob, who do you got in that?
Blue Jays in 4.
Oh, my God, dude. Your hatred is propelling them to a dynasty. Just an absolute fucking
I certainly
dynasty
think
there.
this is the tougher matchup for
I
the
think their
Dodgers.
$1.2 billion payroll is propelling them to a dynasty.
When I texted you after the Ohtani game, you said Mariners in 7 in the World Series. I mean, you didn't even have that team in there. Like, you hated the Blue Jays. Hated the Blue Jays.
I was not familiar with their game. I love the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I know you do. But that's going to be a blast. It starts on Friday night.
Yep.
Thank God they're not taking a fucking week off like usual or
Like
the
the
NBA.
NBA. God,
or,
it
Jesus
sucks.
Christ. Thank you. Let's get cranked up Friday nights. It's awesome, man. College is Saturday, NFL is Sunday. Let's fucking go, dude.
I'm
Plenty
very
of shit
curious to
bet
see who the starters are for that game.
Also, man, if you're out there betting Heisman Trophy picks right now, it is all over the fucking map, dude. I don't know how that's going to shake out. I really don't. So, yeah, pick your dude right now because the odds are high.
The Dodgers.
Is Mendoza the favorite now for Indiana?
Let me check.
The
That's what
favorite.
I heard for the Heisman.
Oh, yeah, he might be, yeah.
21 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Sayin is probably on that list as well.
The Dodgers haven't played since
17-1.
Friday.
Ty Simpson is still the favorite.
Ty Simpson is?
tied with Fernando Mendoza. Julian Sayin is third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at the back half of Ohio State's schedule, I think Julian Sayin is the best bet right now. If you combine the odds plus the odds of him actually winning it, I think he's going to light it up the next couple weeks.
I did too. Look, I did too. But I think Ty Simpson cutting his way through the SEC and like Ohio State's shitty schedule could have something to do with it. Also, the fact that Sayin's throwing to fucking 5 first-round wide receivers, I think you got to almost give the edge to like if I had a vote right now, I'd probably say Pavia. Without him, I don't even know if that team is fucking 2-5.
If they make the playoff, you kind of got to give it to him.
Man,
to be honest,
I mean that's Vandy.
There's
That's
been other
nuts,
there's
dude.
been other times stuff like that's happened. Like that's the reason Lamar Jackson won,
Yeah,
not because of the playoff, but because they did so well with him.
and with saying you're throwing to NFL receivers like at the highest level, like that could start tomorrow in the NFL, and like I give more credit to Pavia, to be honest with you. That's just me. But go to mybookie.com. Plenty of stuff to bet on, and it's fucking rad, man. NBA season starting tonight as well. NHL is about to fucking start. Everything is about to start up, man. So, yeah, beautiful time to bet. Beautiful time to bet. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit up to $1,000. Next up, if you want tickets to any of this, go to drinkinbrostickets.com. College, low. Take the family out, dude. Enjoy yourself. Have a fun afternoon out. Grab a 12-pack of fucking hard AF seltzer and live your goddamn life. Shit, it was Harry Potter tickets, everything. We got everything. Concerts, motocross, Taylor Swift, you name it, is on there. Go to drinkinbrostickets.com, $10 cheaper than StubHub. Bless you. Next up, we got our own, obviously, hardafseltzer.com. If you're going to the games, go to Hard AF Seltzer, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip. It'll take you to the closest location nearest you. If you're going to a Bama game or an Auburn game, hit those Circle Ks down there. That test deal is running for 15 more days. Circle K, if it goes well, they're going to let us know by Christmas. They will put us in 3,000 stores in the Southeast. So far, so good. There's some calls going on this afternoon with that. Buy them out at Auburn. Buy them out at Alabama, please, and continue this streak here. 4,000 of you guys are invested along with us. So one hand washes the other here, and we can all get rich together, which would be the fucking dream here. And plus, it's Liquid Jolly Ranchers. It's 8%. Let's fucking go. Let's go, dude. Tall boys are out there all over Texas. Ryan Mills has got those out all over Texas. USA to Go's in Michigan. We got the UP finally getting fucking variety packs up there at all the Chris gas stations. Georgia, which I mentioned, all the Total Wines are stocked up, dude. Tall boys are Pennsylvania. Tall boys are out there. Probably giving you a discount on those Penn State ones, too. My God, dude. What a season for those fucking guys. And Ohio State's got a bye to play Penn State the week after at home. They put that game on at noon, by the way. Gross. I told you, Dave Portnoy, enjoy Columbus, friends. You're going to be spending the next fucking 3 years of your life there every fucking Saturday. All right. First game up here. UCLA at Indiana. Is Indiana Central Time?
Yeah.
I think they are, right? So this is a true 11 a.m. game. So this is a 9 a.m. game for UCLA. This is Indiana minus 25.5. Who you got?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Indiana? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think Indiana is in statement mode right now. Every single week they're going out. No matter what they do and how well they play, everyone's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. And at some point, you got to be like, you know what? That's what makes really good teams great is effort. Mm-hmm. You know, when in the trenches, just never giving up, shit like that. Indiana's got that fucking mindset right now. They want to win. They want to win the Big Ten. I think they believe they can beat Ohio State. I don't think they can, but I think they believe it.
I think the coach believes it.
I think they believe it, yeah.
They are Eastern time, by the way.
Oh, they're Eastern.
Yeah, sorry.
Shit. All right, so this is noon. Okay. Well, that's a different story then. I mean, 10 a.m. is better than 9, for Christ's sakes. Look, they've quietly won 3 in a row here with the new head coach. Give me UCLA plus the points. He's got these kids playing hard. I'm curious to see. This will really give you the heads up of whether or not UCLA actually has something here in this coach who's Neuheisel's kid or not. If they can keep this relatively close, let's say a 2-score game here, I think that's a win for UCLA. I really do. And I think he's got these players believing. He's a young dude, although he looks old and super weird. They've got them playing ball. They've won 3 in a row. So, yeah, give me the 25.5. It's a lot of fucking points, dude. I mean, at a certain point, Indiana, I would imagine, is going to be saying, all right, man, we're up by enough, I would guess, but who knows? So, yeah, give me the points on this one. This is a lot. Next up is Syracuse at Georgia Tech. This is Georgia Tech minus 17.5. Anthony, who you got?
Yeah. Syracuse on the road is fucking terrible. Sometimes at home they're a bit chippy, but I'm 100% fine with this. Georgia Tech's going to smoke these guys.
I would say so, too. However, they're on a fucking cakewalk right now to the...
Haynes King is on a cakewalk to try to get the Heisman.
Do you think? I haven't heard him mentioned.
If they win, if he keeps up the numbers he's putting up right now and they win the ACC, he's in New York. 100%.
Okay. Because he's got 10 touchdowns on the run. Mm-hmm. How many does he have throwing?
Less.
4.
4?
Less, yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know. Me personally, I don't take this, and here's why. Georgia Tech, I don't think they care if they win by fucking 7 or 10. It just doesn't matter to them. Like, they play that gross style of football. There's no reason to blow these guys out. They're at number 7 currently. They can just keep on this pace, man, and keep on chugging. Haynes King has had some injuries the last 2 years. I'd say keep him as healthy as possible. Get up by 2-3 scores, and then you check him out of the fucking game here and keep him healthy for the rest of the year. I think Tech wins this game for sure. But I think that the points are too many that I just don't think they care enough. I really don't. I just think they're looking at win, get us in, and then we'll really start to figure it out. Next up is Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Great noon game here. Great noon game. Ole Miss, obviously coming off that loss at Oklahoma. This is OU minus 4.5. Who you got?
Ole Miss plus 4.5.
Same. I am all over Ole Miss. I have not been impressed with Oklahoma. Since Mateer's come back, he still looks hurt. Thumb looks fucked up. Even on the right side of his helmet there, that thumb for these new helmets. My kid's got these goddamn helmets. It's mandatory now for concussion or whatever the fucking protocol is. That they strap up there. His right strap is still loose over there because that thumb, he can't press the fucking button in. I'm telling you. There's still something wrong with this kid. And I think Ole Miss lights them up in this game. I really do. I think Lane Kiffin still has a lot to play for. They're at 8. And they were up on Georgia the entire fucking game until the fourth quarter. So, yeah, dude, I still like Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss in this one. Next up is Virginia at North Carolina. They said there's no truth to Belichick being pushed out the door there. I don't know how there isn't. This is Virginia minus 10.5. Who you got?
No.
Yeah, same.
No.
I don't believe in Virginia. I know they're 16. I don't care. What's their biggest win? Florida State still on a Friday night, which isn't a big win anymore?
Probably at Louisville.
Oh, 37. Yeah, that 30-27 win. Yeah. Still, I don't like it. That's too many points for me. And you got to assume Belichick's going to win one of these fucking things, right? Because he's Bill Belichick. But I don't know.
I don't think you have to assume that at all.
I don't know.
Also, not again. Virginia's actually a good team. They could beat. So Syracuse is missing their starting quarterback. They could beat Syracuse next week. They could beat Wake Forest.
Yeah,
But Virginia, that's a tall order. I kind of think Virginia rolls here.
Virginia's got a path, by the way. This isn't like out of the question right now. Who is their only loss?
NC State.
It's a conference game.
And it's not a good team.
No, it's not actually. I'm sorry.
So
NC State is no longer in the ACC?
No, they are, but it didn't count as a conference game. That's just a quirk of scheduling because of conference rearrangement.
No shit. All right. So, yeah, I'm looking at it. Virginia's still undefeated here, and they lost to NC State. That's a curious one. I wonder if the committee looks at that at the end of the day, but they still have a path here if they went out. Next up, South Florida against Memphis. This is USF by -4.5. Who you got, D'Anthony?
Yeah, I'll take South Florida. I believe in them.
Same. I believe in them, and I think they're getting geared up for our fucking trip there. They're excited. Dicks are hard. Might be touching. There might be some docking going on. Everybody's getting ready for that November 6th live show here. Next up, we got Alabama at South Carolina. Alabama -11.5. Who you got?
Yeah, I think South Carolina's on a skid. Alabama's good. They need to go in and have a big win over these guys. You don't want to eke it out once you finally made it into the top 5 after the way you opened the season. So yeah, I think Alabama.
Yeah. I'm looking at this. Let's see. Who does Bama have left? LSU at home, Oklahoma, and then Eastern Illinois and Auburn. They're not out of the woods, dude. So give me Bama on this 11.5. I'll take it for sure. South Carolina's like dog shit this year. Absolute fucking dog shit. Next up, game of the day, in my opinion. This is the one I'm really looking forward to. Missouri at Vandy. This is going to tell you Vandy's for real. Like, for real. I know they had a big win last week against LSU, but LSU has been struggling all year to find an offense and a rhythm and everything else. I still don't know why. I don't know if that kid is hurt, if Nussmeier's been hurt, and they're just not telling us. This is Vandy -2.5 at home. 3:30 game. Oh, shit. I've never seen tickets this high for a Vandy game.
College game day will be there.
Yeah.
Will they really?
Yeah.
All right. Pavia. Look, last row is going for $260. That is the highest we've ever seen in DrinkinBrosTickets.com history here for Vandy. Who you got? College game day's there.
Man, that's a good question. I got to look at something. Hang on.
Well, Bob, I can tell you who I got.
Who you got?
All in on Vandy. Nobody's really found a way to stop this kid. I think Alabama's the only one. But even in that Alabama game, he was up, man. Like going into halftime and everything else. So, and that was on the road at Bama. He's looked lights out everywhere else, dude. And that LSU game wasn't particularly that close. I know the score was by a touchdown, but like, man, he was in control the entire game. I think he's feeling it. I think he wants the fucking Heisman. He was given the poses last weekend. Give me Vandy -2.5. Bob, who you got?
I love Missouri here.
I'm sure you do.
Love Missouri for 2 reasons. One, this is the best defensive line that Vanderbilt will have faced all year. Defensive line. This is the best D-line they will have faced all year. Missouri has spent the entire season dealing with quarterbacks who are either as good as Pavia at moving or just better than Pavia overall, like Ty Simpson. So this is not going to be some like huge new test for the Missouri defense in terms of quarterback quality. It's just not. Secondly, Mizzou's offense has been playing on just fucking hard mode for the last 2 weeks against Alabama and Auburn's defenses. I mean, just ungodly defenses. This is the first time all month that we'll have an athleticism advantage between the offense versus the defense they're playing. I like our run game to open up again. I like Vanderbilt's secondary is not good. I like Pribula to be able to throw the ball a little better compared to what he was dealing with against Alabama and Auburn. I think this is a game where Missouri's going to be able to do a lot more of what they want to do on offense as opposed to what they were able to pull off against Auburn and Alabama. I love our defensive front against them. They've been hemming in these types of quarterbacks all year. The big play is a concern, but we haven't really gotten burned by the big play that much against anyone else. In fact, the only quarterback who's really burned us is Jackson Arnold, and that's because we let him, because we were like, make the throw, Jackson.
Sure.
You can't fucking throw it.
Sure.
And he got a couple. Coleman had 100 yards receiving, fair enough, but they're worried about Jackson Arnold rushing, and for the most part, they contained that. I love our defensive line against them. I love our offense having the easiest game they've had all month in terms of like Vanderbilt just doesn't have the freaks that Alabama and Auburn has. That's no knock on Vandy because Missouri typically doesn't either, but we definitely have better athletes than Vanderbilt does. I love that Vegas, even at home with the most hype crowd Vanderbilt will literally have ever had in their entire lives, only thinks they're 2.5 points better with all of that leaning in their favor. Love that. I'm all in.
Well, it's 10 versus 15. And I think that's why you see this spread in the way that it is. And I think this might be another fucking Ariana Grande game for me. I know I did it last time you guys played Georgia. It was 2.5. This is 2.5. I just think the magic is there, man. I believe in that kid. It's like Baker Mayfield to me. Like, I just believe in that fucking dude. And anywhere else, Jesus Christ, man, he'd be a superstar. And he's here, and he's doing it all by himself. Who you got in this one?
I think that Missouri's got a big problem with turnovers, and Vandy is +4 turnover on the season. They do a good job of not turning the ball. Mostly, they don't force a lot of turnovers, but they don't turn the ball over. Not very often, anyways. And Missouri's been turning it over a lot. Now, a lot of that has been against typical SEC teams with a good pass rush, Pribble under pressure, throws a pick. I don't know what they're going to get from that out of Vandy. So it's hard to give Missouri the benefit of the doubt here, to be honest. I think Vandy wins the game, but it might be by 1.
I think it's a 3-point game.
I don't know if it's 3. It might be 2. It might be 1.
So who are you taking then?
Missouri +2.5.
Okay.
But I think Vandy wins it. I don't know. Just something tells me Vandy's
I'm all over
this.
Vandy. I think it's his time right now, and I think he's going to be in New York. I really do. Next up is BYU at Iowa State. This is Iowa State -3.5, and BYU is number 11 in the nation. This is why I hate this fucking conference so goddamn much, the Big 12. I hate betting on it. I hate looking at these fucking games, and I hate Iowa State so much. Like, they'll win the games they're supposed to, lose the games they're not. I don't believe in this entire conference. You can go ahead and throw them in the fucking garbage can, and I'm not touching this game. I'm just not. I told you guys I was not going to bet on Iowa State game the rest of the year. That holds true. They're 5-2. They're unranked. Who is the second loss? Oh, they lost to Colorado and Cincinnati back-to-back weeks. This could be their third loss in a row there for this fucking team that was once ranked as high as like 8. Remember, they were like 8.
They were really high,
and now they're unranked. So yeah, I have no fucking clue. I would say if I was fucking forced to bet on it, BYU obviously. Plus the 3.5. I mean, that's fucking crazy to me, but who knows? Who knows? What do you got?
Yeah, I'll take BYU +3.5.
Yeah.
They're going to win the game.
I think so.
They're gonna.
This whole conference is a fucking mystery.
No, BYU is going to win this week. They're going to run the ball all over Iowa State, and then they're going to beat Texas Tech.
Okay. Next up, we got Illinois at Washington. Bit of a surprise here. This is Washington -4.5 against Illinois. That's a thing there. So I think they're going to win.
Yeah, I mean, Washington has been they've played well against bad teams at home. I don't know what they think is going to happen here. It's not like Illinois has been going on the road and getting their shit pushed in. They went to Indiana, who's a very good team, and lost. And they lost to Ohio State as well. Yeah. When they went at Purdue, who I think is probably commensurate with Washington. Washington's not good. I'll take Illinois here.
Same here. And like I look at this Washington team, they lost to Michigan last week, 24-7. What the fuck am I missing with this?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either. But give me Illinois in this game. Next up, we're getting close to where I want to be here. We're getting real close to where I want to be this week. I got a bold take coming up. Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. This is Texas Tech -38.5. I'm assuming Morton's playing. That is a monstrous fucking spread, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
For a backup quarterback, there's no way. Right? Is Morton playing?
Morton's probably playing, but you might be underselling how bad Oklahoma State is.
Maybe.
Like, it might not matter.
It's also the Big 12, and that's way too many fucking points. So, no, I don't touch this game. I'll keep an eye on it, see if Morton's back and he's healthy, and see what he's going to be like the rest of the year. But that's about it. Next up, you got Baylor at Cincinnati. This is Cincinnati minus 4.5. Question is, do you believe in Cincinnati?
No.
I don't either.
No.
Wouldn't surprise me if Baylor won this game. That's the Big 12 for you. Like that's what it is to me. Baylor, I thought was going to be pretty good going into the season. They're 4-3, 2-2 in the Big 12. Cincinnati's undefeated in the Big 12. So, congratulations there. Who's their coach? Shit, is anybody looking at that fucking guy? Cincinnati. Because I mean that would
Scott
be
Satterfield.
I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. But you got Cincinnati ranked again. Cincinnati always seems to be fucking ranked no matter who's there. Fickle had them ranked too. So, yeah. All right. But I'm not going to touch this. I'm not touching this game.
Definitely not.
Next one, all over, though. All over this game, dude. And I can't wait. Texas at Mississippi State. Minus 6.5 for Texas. Who you got?
I'll take Mississippi State.
Same here. And I think this ends the season.
Money line.
Money line, Mississippi State.
I mean, they're giving me 6.5. I'll take it, but yeah.
Mississippi State has looked pretty fucking good this year, and Texas has looked pretty fucking bad this year. Look, some of their losses, Florida by 2, but it was at Florida for Mississippi State. That's always a tough place to play. They lost to A&M. Cool. A&M is number, 3 in the country. That's fine. And they lost to Tennessee by a touchdown, barely. By the way, that was in overtime. Tennessee had to come back, tie that game, get that in overtime and everything else. Mississippi State isn't bad. This fucking offense for Texas is atrocious, dude. And I think Mississippi State money line is where I'm going with this all goddamn day long. Highly consider that over under 44.5. I mean, even last week, god damn, that went to overtime. And those motherfuckers only scored 30 points combined.
Yeah.
In an overtime game. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was rough.
So I'm all over Mississippi State, and I think it's going to be a shocker. It's on the SEC network. I'm surprised. This isn't somewhere else. Next up, Oregon against Wisconsin. Oregon minus 33.5. I watched this Wisconsin team. They're listless. Do they cover? Probably. But
33 is a lot of points.
Too many points, man.
I'm not hanging out there for
neither.
that.
I mean, I'd rather bet $1,000 on fucking Louisville or Vandy than kind of fuck around with some of these little shit dicks here. Next up is Stanford at Miami. Stanford coming off a big win at home against Florida State. Miami is favored by 30 in this game. 29.5.
West to east, Stanford's not good.
No.
Makes sense, but I'm not doing that.
I'm not either. I don't believe in Miami. What's their fucking... Oh, my God. Juan, come on, bro. Tickets are $9 to this fucking game. $9 for a night game in Miami? $9. $9.
You take your whole family.
You can take fucking family reunion. Take your whole fucking high school if you wanted to have your class reunion at the fucking Hurricane Stadium there. Jesus Christ, $9? What the fuck? Boy, oh boy. Yeah, 4 people will be there, so enjoy it. Tell me how it is. Somebody text me later on in the evening. Next up is Texas A&M at LSU. Finally, we got a good night game here. Here we go. This is A&M minus 2.5 at LSU. Who you got?
I've got the LSU money line.
So do I. I don't believe in Texas A&M that much. I really don't. And Brian Kelly needs this bad, or the fan base will turn against him, and that will be it. I think his gay videos with the fucking fake Southern accent and all that other shit was already like cringy enough, and now you're not winning. I've always said Brian Kelly will never win a national championship. And yet another year that holds true here. Notre Dame fans have been laughing at that pick forever. I get it. But I think he wins this fucking game. And I think he gets his win, and they'll kind of vault back up for a week or two, and then they'll be knocked down against Alabama.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's it. But, yeah, give me LSU in this game. Next up, we got Boston College against Louisville. This ain't your granddaddy's Boston College here. They're 1-6. I'm surprised with Bill O'Brien there. I really am. I thought he would have turned it around.
He's another guy that might be on the move.
Do you want him?
Here's the thing. Here's his problem. He's a BC alum. He thought he could turn this program around like he did Penn State. And everywhere he's been a fucking good coach.
Yep.
They just don't have the fucking resources to do it at BC.
No.
You're in a town that is fucking, Bob, 500 yards away from Harvard.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, man. It's tough. It's a beautiful school. It's a great school, too.
It is going to be difficult for him to win there ever.
Ever.
Right? This is not the 1980s.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. If it was, great. It's not.
I mean, the cocaine would be better.
It would be a lot better.
And we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
No. We'd all be kind of staring at our credit cards. Yeah. But, yeah. I don't bet this. I don't touch it, and I'll hear about it later. I'm sorry, I'm watching that Texas LSU game. Next up, Michigan in the top 25 against Michigan State. Michigan minus 14.5 over Michigan State. All right, listeners have been bitching about this one, and I want to get your thoughts on this. I understand it. So USC beat Michigan by 3 scores. They have the same record as Michigan. USC is unranked.
Sure.
Michigan is ranked.
Well, there's no transitive property in sports.
But they beat Michigan by 3 scores.
Okay.
So why in the same? They got the same record?
I mean, USC's ranked 26th. Technically, they're the first team out. Yeah. So it was just a couple of votes, basically.
It is, but who made those votes? Because let's be honest, Michigan State's. I mean, they're trying to get better. They're not even close to being there yet. 14.5 isn't a lot to me. But it is a rivalry game, and Michigan State cares. Shit. What was it, 6 years ago, 7 years ago? They blocked that fucking punt and returned it for a touchdown, and that was awesome, man. So
yeah, but it ain't going to happen this time. But 14.5 is too much for a team that's played
also,
inconsistently.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but were these USC fans whining a week ago when they were ranked ahead of Illinois, who was unranked? Because they lost to Illinois.
They did.
So, I don't know, just shut up.
I know.
Put my wiener in your mouth.
It's a
I
weird
don't
thing.
know what to tell you.
It's a weird thing. Does Michigan deserve to be ahead of USC? No, they don't. You could swap that out easily, but let's face it. They want the name. Right now, Michigan's still the name. Next up, you got Tennessee at Kentucky. This is Tennessee minus 9.5. Who you got?
Yeah, I think this is the kind of game where Heupel comes out and fucks somebody's world up.
I agree. I'm taking Tennessee as well here, and I'm going heavy on this. I bet you they beat them by 3 or 4 scores.
More or less a meaningless game, but those are the ones that Heupel does really well in.
Well, but here's the other part, too, is they got to win out, so they got to do something the rest of the year. Oh. And Tennessee's offense is pretty fucking good. This is not Texas's offense. So I think Kentucky did all they could against Texas, still managed to lose that game somehow and in overtime. And I think Tennessee rolls them. And I love this spread, actually. Next up is the last game of the week here, Houston, top 25-wise, at Arizona State. Arizona State is creeped back in at 24. This is Arizona State minus 7.5. Houston's been a surprise this year. They're 6-1.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Houston they always have really good athletes. That's what scares me about games like this. Because if you don't, and Arizona State's been up and down to some degree with regard to this, if you don't execute well, you can get outrun on the field by people like this. So I'm probably going to skip this one, to be honest. I think Arizona State will win, but
I did too, and I knock it down 0.5 point if you want to do it. In real life, is this gonna be bet? Probably not. Maybe in a teaser or something, but other than that, there's so much other money going around in other directions.
I think this game's gonna be tight, and it's a big game for the Big 12 race, right? Because all you got to do is just get to that championship game, and then win, and you're in. Doesn't matter.
I think you can just stay alive. It's kind of like that plane that crashed in the Andes in that movie. Alive.
Yeah, you just got to eat each other.
That's it. Because this is a terrible conference. I don't believe in any of these teams, and whoever's there at the end, I don't fucking know, man.
And Houston, by the way, has pretty clean sledding after this game. Their next 4 is West Virginia, at UCF, TCU, and at Baylor. So they can get out of there with 1 loss, and all of a sudden you've got a 1-loss Texas Tech, a decent chance there's a 1-loss BYU, 1-loss Houston. Cincinnati has to play BYU, so one of those teams will probably have an extra loss. Yeah, I mean Houston just got to win. Houston just got to win. Same with Arizona State.
Do you know who Pamela Maldonado is?
No.
She's on ESPN apparently. I'm looking at her face right now.
Is it rough?
No, it's fine.
So what's the problem?
She's picking Vandy. That's her pick of the week. So.
I don't give a
She's the picker
there, dude. She's a picker. Man, I have a hard time saying that word. Anything with an ER at the end?
Picker.
Yeah. She's the picker this week. But who is the guest picker? Thank you.
I don't know that they've announced it yet.
For are they not? This would be the one to have Theo Vaughn at, not the other one.
Might be Nate Bargatze.
Is he a Vandy guy?
Yeah, he is. He's a Nashville guy and a Vandy guy. I think
he's on tour right now too.
Okay.
That would be a good one actually.
They have not announced yet though.
All right. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, man. Look, it's a great weekend, and let's fucking rage, guys. All right. Let's try to have another one like last weekend in college football. Jesus Christ, that was amazing. I mean, Chad was playing, and then after that win, I was like, wait, am I a half hour away from winning a fucking 8-game teaser, brother? That's pure happiness. It really is. Those 8-game fucking parlays and teasers are just pure happiness. It's so rare. So God bless it, dude. I love you. If you're at home right now, you're hearing my voice, just know that I love you, okay? Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Rate this show a 5-star on Spotify. Videos up there immediately after the show is over. And then go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Yes, that is all the advertisers care about. And we'll be live with Drinkin Bros in 10 minutes on Patreon. There's Tuesday shows, dude. Always weird. So join us over there in 10 minutes, all right? For Anthony Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Week 9 College Football Predictions Show. God damn it. Good night, everyone.